Welcome back to another episode of Baseball in the Bible. I'm Riker, and I'm here with my dad, Ryan.
That's me. Welcome back. We're back for another episode.
We're back.
Yes. Excited to be back?
Excited to be back, absolutely.
All right. We are in the middle of Christmas season.
December.
Yeah. As this episode comes out, it'll be the week of Christmas. And so a lot of exciting things to talk about there. Some things from the weekend. We're going to get into some stuff coming up, some fun devotions. So it's going to be a fun episode, right?
Correct.
Okay. Before we get into all the topics, you want to explain what we're wearing?
Yes. So just in time for the Christmas season, we have the brand new Baseball in the Bible merchandise. So
there it is. He's modeling it for you if you're listening, but he's showing the R with the crown. That's basically his signature on the sleeve there.
Right.
And it's maybe not just in time for the Christmas holiday. We weren't
quick enough.
Well, we weren't planning to. This was actually an early Christmas gift for you.
Right.
And so we weren't planning. But the early return or the early feedback has been positive. People have liked the merch. So we're gonna put a link up there, maybe in this episode. If it's there, then we made it. If not, then a future episode where if you do want to, get you some cool Baseball in the Bible merch. Starting off with the hoodies, we got the lighter gray and the darker gray, but we're gonna give you the opportunity to get some and wear something that's cool and hopefully help promote our podcast. So it's a win-win. So, but yeah, we're excited about it. It looked good.
Looking good.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys like them. If you like them, comment, and if the link's there, go on there and get you one. Right. All right. So. Just in time for, maybe again, not in time for Christmas, but maybe the New Year or early spring birthday, something like that. So, but yeah, it is the Christmas season. So you got this as an early gift. Obviously, a big topic right now is what everybody wants for Christmas. So,
right.
I'm going to share with the world what you're hoping for Christmas this year.
Well, to be fully honest with you and let the record show that this is what I want, and I've said this publicly, I would like the Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour tickets.
Okay.
Or Forrest Frank tickets.
Or Forrest Frank tickets. So that's what you're going for this year. Some experiences, some events.
Yeah.
More so. I'm good with that.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. Those aren't cheap experiences, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Anything else? Those are the things.
I mean, yeah, and money will do.
So if you're out there, if you're a family member,
money.
Dude Perfect, Forrest Frank, or money. There you go.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, again, we got a few things to cover today. It is off season. For you, it's all season for major leagues, and so we're going to get into a little hot stove talk, a little free agency talk, and for you, all season workout. You actually worked out before we came tonight.
I did, yes.
Doing a little agility work, a little T work. So just trying to get it in during the wintertime. It's cold today.
It's cold.
When we're recording this. It's cold for Dallas.
Yeah.
So, one other fun thing that we did this weekend, it's not baseball related, but...
No, actually football related.
It's football related, but what did we do?
We went to go see DeSoto in the semi-state finals.
Yep.
Against the South Lake Dragons.
South Lake Carroll, yep.
So.
And?
DeSoto came out on top.
Yeah.
As I'm sure all of y'all are essentially aware.
I'm sure. I don't know if everybody is, but yeah, it was fun.
Right, it was very fun. Parking was...
Yeah, it was a nightmare. It was a big game, and South Lake was number 1 in the state.
DeSoto dethroned them.
DeSoto beat them. It was a great game. For again, a little context, we were sitting... I have a cousin that's a teacher at South Lake, so we were sitting in the
South
Lake's fan section and around faculty and teachers, and Riker was
cheering my heart out.
Cheering his heart out and angering a lot of the South Lake fans around us. So, but then they're heading to state finals, so we're going to try to get up there this weekend. As this episode's airing on Sunday, hopefully DeSoto is state champs. So they play, I think, King. They play a team from Houston Saturday night. So I'm going to try to get up there and watch that. I know that's a little football talk in our baseball pod, but it's Texas and it's playoff football.
Yeah,
so,
it's Texas. Get used to it.
Yeah. So we had a little fun with that this weekend and this past weekend, and again, hopefully this coming up weekend.
Right.
Watch them win state. So, all right, we're going to do our devotion. We'll do that. We talked about a few different things, whether we could stick strictly with Christmas story, but we're going to read a story out of this book. Again, we want to plug this book if you've got a baseball player or an athlete, the 1 minute sports devotions for young baseball players. Just a great little thing that we can do at home, and quick devotions. So I'd encourage you to get it's a nice stocking stuffer. But so we've been doing it, but we chose this one because of the player, and again, I think the verses in the story do tie in ultimately with Christmas. Yeah. Christmas. So what's the story? Who's the devotion about? It's all of them are about a major league player.
Major league player. And today we are talking about
Brandon
Nimmo.
Recently acquired by the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers. That's
so we'll get into that. Yeah, that's part of why we chose it. But we'll get into that when we get into our free agency talk. But again, if you don't like to listen to people read, we apologize about the next 2 minutes of this podcast. But Riker's going to read the devotion.
Knowing me, it's probably going to be the next 5. So. It's fine.
We'll go ahead and read it there and start us off with the verse.
So the verse is, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." John 15:12-13. The leadoff. Some of baseball's most important roles don't show up in the box score. The leadoff hitter is one of them. Since 2018, Brandon Nimmo has defined that position for New York Mets. He's embraced the role with a team-first mindset and a willingness to make sacrifices. "I'm usually taking the first pitch or few pitches of the game to see how the pitcher is that day," Nimmo has said. "You have to be willing to sacrifice that first at-bat to come up with a better plan for the team." Sometimes that means watching hittable pitches sail by and taking strikes. Nimmo knows that approach won't boost his batting average or land him in a SportsCenter top 10 play, but it gives his team a better chance to win. That's why he does it. Across 10 seasons with the Mets, Nimmo has never made All-Star team or won a major award. Yet the Mets still play him like a star because they know how valuable he is. Nimmo is also serious about his faith. He often shares scripture on social media, including today's verse in John 15:12-13. Jesus says the greatest kind of love is shown through sacrifice. In a 2022 interview, Nimmo also said, "Sometimes I find in this life we're going so fast, we forget that we're placed on this earth in order to help each other." Nimmo went on to say that Jesus is the ultimate example of sacrifice, and he tries to follow his lead. Jesus demonstrated the greatest act of love when he laid down his life for us on the cross. His whole life was filled with moments like that, serving others and sharing all he had unselfishly. Every time he sacrificed, someone else was lifted up. That's the surprising thing about sacrifice. It can feel like losing at first, but actually, it's winning in a bigger way. When you help others, you grow stronger and kinder and more like Jesus.
That's good.
So,
Yep. So before we get into Nemo and his accolades, what is that again? The verse and how we're applying that and even connecting the dots with Christmas. What does that make you think of?
well, obviously, let me read it first. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend. John 15:12-13. Now, obviously, when you think of Jesus and sacrifice, your mind immediately will go to the cross. And this ties into Christmas because if you really think about it, Jesus was sent to earth. God sent his son down to die for us. So obviously, Jesus' birth, Christmas, and then sacrifice all really ties together pretty well. So,
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's not, it's different than just reading the story about him at the manger.
Right.
But ultimately, when he came and was born in the manger, as we're celebrating this week, it was for the ultimate purpose of laying down his life sacrifice, as we're talking about today. And it was for that purpose. And so while it does start off sweet.
Oh, look at that cute little baby.
Yeah, in the manger. His ultimate goal was for sacrifice and to redeem us and to allow us to have a relationship with the Father. And so as we celebrate Christmas, it's just a good reminder not to be thankful that he came but the reason that he came, the reason that he's a baby in that manger was because he loved us so much, right?
Yeah.
No matter what we've done, who we are, he loves us. He loved us then to make that sacrifice. He still loves us today. And so that's reason to celebrate as we head into Christmas, not just the gifts, but to celebrate Jesus and his sacrifice for us. And then that connects the dots. You're talking about a leadoff hitter and Brandon Nimmo and the
sacrifices.
The idea of sacrificing, and it's changed a little bit. The leadoff spot has changed a little bit where it's not so much guys up there taking a bunch of pitches.
Yeah, now it's just hit it.
Yeah, and not even some. I mean, you still have speed guys up there, but a lot of times now, it's guys that are hitting for power too. So, and Nimmo is one of those guys. I mean, he hits for power. So, but there is that the idea of you're up there to try to set the table for the rest of the lineup, and so you don't want to you do want to try to take some pitches. You want to have good at bats, foul some pitches, and try to reveal as much of what the pitcher has that day to your team, right? So you are trying to sacrifice a little bit.
But if you can, and you're watching this and you're a leadoff, still try to hit a home run.
Yeah. Yes. Try to get on base.
Right.
All right. So Brandon Nimmo, again, we'll get into our free agency talk, but he is the newest member of the
Rangers,
Texas Rangers,
which have made some unique trades.
Well, it was a trade, and not a free agency signing, but a trade. Traded Marcus Semien. Yeah, another big part of the 2023 World Series team.
Yeah.
And from what we've learned about him, we have some people locally that know him, say he's just an awesome dude. But so we hate to see him go. But the Mets did it to try to save them some money because Nimmo has a pretty sizable contract. But I think it will help the Rangers because it'll solidify their outfield because now you have him, Evan Carter, and Wyatt Langford. So you got three. That's a pretty solid outfield if all of them can stay healthy. Nimmo is 32 years old. We'll learn a little bit about him. Last year for the Mets, he had a 262 average, 25 home runs, 92 RBIs, 154 hits. His name is Brandon Tate Nimmo. His middle name is Tate. So what do you think? What do you think his middle name or his nickname is?
Tater Dog?
Now, close. Tater, like a home run, like hit a tater. So you were close.
Tater Dog. My mind went to food immediately.
So he has been in the league since 2016, I think. He was drafted in the first round of the 2011 MLB draft, and yes, made his MLB debut in 2016. And he's had, much like the devotion said, I mean, he's had a solid career. He's never been one of those necessarily big names, but
like Ohtani,
right? Well, and even other guys on the Mets, but he's one of those guys that is super valued for that team, and so I'm excited to see what he can bring to the Rangers from a leadership standpoint and a clubhouse standpoint, and also, what he can do at the top of the lineup. So it's a good deal for them, I think. So we'll see how that plays out. But he was one of some things that happened. The hot stove has started to heat up over the last really this week, last 10 to 14 days, maybe starting to heat up. We still have some big names out there, but we're just going to talk through some of the ones that are out there and some of the ones that have signed. And we'll talk, I guess, a little bit about what the Cardinals did, but nothing super exciting there.
Nothing too exciting.
All right, so we'll talk through some of the ones that are still out there. If you look at kind of the big names heading into the off season, Kyle Tucker, former Astro, former Cub,
both teams that we
despise.
How did we end up on this podcast?
Well, because he's probably the top guy in free agency. Still hasn't signed anywhere, so we'll see where he goes. He's still young. He's 29, I think, so he's still young. So that might get him. He's going to probably get the biggest deal. You got Alex Bregman that's still out there, or he opted out of the Red Sox. So we'll see there. Kyle Schwarber, he signed back with the Phillies, so that's one of the big names off. He got a 5-year deal, $150 million.
If I had $50 million,
well, $150 million.
They have too much money. They have too much money. They have too much money.
So yeah, he's a DH. That one was kind of surprising, but he's a leader there with the Phillies, so he's re-upped. Bo Bichette, the Blue Jays, is still available out there. Another one. So again, we just talked about Brandon Nimmo getting traded. It was a rough week for the Mets.
Yeah.
Didn't
have a good week. But
I think looks again, we don't know, but I assume they made the trade they tried to free up some money so they could sign some of these guys.
Yeah. They're a little tight on money.
Well, they're not. They spend a ton of money. They're up there with the Dodgers, but
really,
they were
doesn't show.
Well, they lost out. I mean, they lost Pete Alonso. He signed with the Orioles. He got 5 years, $155 million, so a little bit more than Schwarbs did. You've got, and then they also lost Edwin Diaz, who's their closer.
Yeah.
Who did he go to? Did you see that? Who do we talk about that's going to get everybody? It's the rich getting richer. He went to the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he went to the Dodgers.
Speaking.
So you still have Cody Bellinger's out there. Valdez, Ranger Suarez. Dylan Cease signed with the Blue Jays, so that's a big pitching move.
Okay.
Yeah, so he got a 7-year, $210 million
right.
to pitch for the Blue Jays. So that gives them a pretty potentially solid rotation
of the.
So again, there's some action happening now. Cardinals, they traded Sonny Gray.
I mean,
we talked about this a few episodes ago. We were saying, the Cardinals wouldn't be doing anything, and they're not going to be adding too many people. They signed Dustin May, who used to be with the Dodgers. I think they signed him to a 1-year deal. So it's kind of one of those like we'll see what happens. It's a prove it deal for Dustin May and see if he's still got it. But he traded Sonny Gray, got some prospects out of it, but there's going to be unfortunately more trades to come probably for the Cards. And but it's that time of year where teams are getting better or
better or
well, they're getting better for 2026, or they're looking and saying, "No, let's get better for down the road." So the Cardinals are in the let's get better
down the road.
27, 28, somewhere in that range, whereas a team like the Phillies is going to pay Schwarber because they think they're right there at it. Again, obviously the Dodgers getting Diaz, and the Orioles one's interesting, with Alonso going there, just to see how he fits in that lineup because they have so many. With Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, I was going to say with Henderson in that lineup.
Adley Rutschman. I always butcher his name, but their catcher. But they've got and then Holiday, Matt's son. So they've got some young talent coming up. So we'll see how he fits in there with that. So, anyway, any questions on that? Any thoughts on that?
No.
It used to be a fun time of year for me because I would be excited to see who the Cardinals were going to add because it was about getting better. This is a weird feeling when it's like we're one of the teams that are just unloading everybody.
Yeah.
It's not that fun.
Should not.
But we'll see. Again, Brandon Nimmo, excited to see him as a Ranger, see how he fits in the lineup and go from there. And we'll just continue to kind of keep our eye on it because there's, like I said, there's still some names to drop. There's some overseas, some guys from Japan that will sign. We'll see who they end up signing with. But yeah, it's that fun time of year in the major leagues as teams try to get better and we look toward the next season. So we're gonna open some cards now. We'll do that. We'll talk about, so Brandon, we've been doing, when we opened the cards, we've been doing a old school and new school player, but we'll just do, we did our new school with Brandon Nimmo, so we can look through the old school guy. But, we'll open up some cards. We're going to try to hit the Dallas card shows coming up in January, so we're going to try to get out there and see what cards are available. Yeah. Well, not anymore. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of cards that we can buy if we wanted to, but we're just going to get up there and see what they've got and check out the collections. So let's open up and see who we get in this pack, these 2 packs.
Bad sign. First card's a Cub.
All right, Chris Bryant, old Cub. Looking through here.
Oh, we got a Ranger.
Did you get
Wyatt Langford?
Yep, that's part of all accounts, he's going to be, or at least the Rangers are counting on it. But again, if he just has to stay healthy, it's the same thing as Evan Carter. But again, he's part of that outfield. I got Jorge Polanco here, who I failed to mention him earlier. He was with the Mariners last year, and he did just sign. He left them. I forget who he went to. I think he went to the Mets. But
who did you say you got?
Jorge Polanco.
I got another Rangers, Kumar Rocker.
You got him before on this.
Yeah,
when we've done this.
I have.
Yeah, Polanco went to the Mets, actually. So that was their...
Huh?
Had to get him to replace who they've been losing.
Well, I didn't get anything too good this time.
I didn't either, really.
Yeah, this was a crappy pour.
Nothing great to write home about here. Rhett Lauder. That's who I got here from my foil card.
Well, going back to my Wyatt Langford, the only good card that I got.
Oh, that's a good card.
Yeah. It says he was Topps All-Star rookie, so.
Well, again, he just got to stay healthy. All right, let's see who we've got here. I wish you guys could really enjoy the beauty of these old school cards here, but we'll just read through here, see who we're going to pick. Looking through, I think I'm going to go with, oh, look at that, an old school Roger Clemens with the Red Sox. That's a good one there. There we go. A guy didn't really like growing up, but we'll read about him. Eric Davis, Cincinnati Reds.
What did you have against him?
He played for the Reds. So he was part of the 90s. I think the 90 World Series team with the Cincinnati Reds, but
you say that, but we literally have a Reds helmet on set.
We do, because somebody gave it to us. And so, if you give us something, we'll put it out here. But
which to the audience, you want to make donations? Feel free.
All right, Eric Davis, Eric the Red, center fielder, two-time All-Star, made his debut with the Reds in 1984 at the age of 21. Davis was a member of that 1990 World Championship Reds team. 1997 American League. He played for the Orioles. He was part of the East winning team there for the Orioles. And in 2005, he was inducted into the Reds Hall of Fame. A right-handed batter. Davis had a combination of athletic ability, including foot and bat speed, power, and defensive acumen. He achieved a number of rare feats. Again, two-time All-Star, World Series champion, three-time Gold Glove Award winner, two-time Silver Slugger Award, won the Roberto Clemente Award in 1997. In 1987, he became the first player in Major League history to hit 3 Grand Slams in 1 month, and the first to achieve at least 30 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the same season.
Wow.
Yeah. Showcasing his career. I mean, that's been past now, but,
right,
but showcasing his career as one of the greatest power speed players in MLB history. Eric is tied for 4th all-time in 20 home run, 20 stolen base seasons with 7. One ahead of Willie Mays and Hank Aaron.
Wow.
If you're ahead of Willie Mays and Hank Aaron in anything,
you got someone to hold over.
That's pretty good.
A lot of people's head.
He was selected in the 8th round of the 1980 amateur draft, straight out of high school in L.A.
Do these stats ever end?
No, he had a really pretty awesome career. He retired in 2001. Actually, in 1996, he restarted his career and was named the Comeback Player of the Year. He moved to the Orioles, and despite fighting colon cancer, had one of his best seasons in 98. Injuries again slowed Davis over the next few seasons, and he retired in 2001. So, pretty awesome career. Again, a Hall of Famer for the Reds. Again, 2-time All-Star, won a championship. So there he is. He played for 7 teams over his 18 years career. So Eric Davis, 269 career batting average, 282 career home runs, 934 career runs batted in. So Eric Davis is our old school player of the week. And Brandon Nimmo
is our
new school current player of the week, new face of the Rangers, going to help turn things back around in 2026.
We
hope. All right. I think that's it. Continue to watch the hot stove, watch the free agents signings. Get ready for Christmas this week. Again, if you want some Baseball in the Bible merch, let us know. and go to Soto in the state finals
Yeah,
this
let's
weekend.
go.
Well, that's it. You want to pray for us?
I'll pray us out. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you that we can just celebrate Christmas and your birth and ultimately why you came down to earth, Lord, to pay the ultimate sacrifice and die on the cross. Lord, thank you for your sacrifice. I pray that we would just not get so caught up in the gifts and, not tearing up the fancy wrapping paper that your mom wants to say for the next year. We would just fully surrender our Christmas to you and make it about you more than anything, Lord. I pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Merry Christmas.
That was a shot fired at Mom.
See y'all next time.